We're using a selfie stick for this little interview for the first time, so it's quite a good...
Absolutely.
It's a much better way of doing it, holding it on as a selfie stick. So hello, today I've come to see Rebeccah Steele, and she's a friend of mine. We met through Facebook, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Just through having some mutual connections and stuff. And Rebeccah's really into well-being and helping people improve their health and their mental state and everything, aren't you? Because you're a holistic therapist. So could you tell us about some things that maybe people could use to make themselves feel better on a daily basis?
Yes, actually, I use what I call a mapping technique, where it's about getting back into your body, into your own space.
Yeah.
So often anxiety and the sense of worry comes from when you are sort of outside of your body, because the mind just builds up so much.
Yeah.
Of a story that is not true. And so, you go into a bit like a rabbit warren, really. And so what I do is I use a mapping technique using essential oils.
What's mapping then?
Mapping is about taking somebody back, if they're not already, to that anxiety issue, to when they felt that anxiety come up.
So you have to go back to the place of what caused it.
Yes, and it's so basically I just get them to look outside to a calm place. So basically they've got the essential oils on them. Yeah. And then they sort of feel calm in themselves. So that's already created a safety net around them.
Right. So they feel safe.
They feel safe.
Can it be a bit of an emotional time when...
Yes.
Because obviously you're going back to something that maybe upset you.
Yes. So you have to create that sense of safety, and which I do with the aromas. And once they have that safety net, that bubble, then they can go into this visualization of sort of bringing this, basically kind of getting back into their body and then experiencing that moment of discomfort or pain or anxiety or whatever the stress.
So almost sort of meeting it and having to bring it up and deal with it rather than pushing it down, which is what we sometimes do.
Yes.
We just try to sweep things under the carpet and get on with it. But really, it's going to come up at some time, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And basically, today we hear about leaning into the problem rather than standing back away from it.
Yes.
And, this is such a very easy analogy to understand when, for example, when you... I found this when I was skiing, that if I leant back on my set of skis, I actually went faster, right? Which I didn't want to do. But if I leaned into, where I was told bend your knees, then you actually slowed down because you had more of a concept of a control and safety. And so it's the same thing where the bubble has been created with the aromas, and then I use the visualization to take them back to that time, and inevitably the tears come when they see that it was just a story that happened that was of their own making, and there was nothing right or wrong about it. It was just about just thinking, oh, that's what it is.
And it doesn't have to be their reality now.
No.
That's something...
Yeah.
I mean, do they feel relieved when they
Yes, because
have done that?
When they feel relieved, and often when you feel safe and you understand that was that actually it wasn't as big as you thought it was, the physical symptoms of nausea, of the cold sweats and all of that come up do dissipate, because as you go through this technique as well, that I walk people through, I also anchor it in with the Bowen technique, because you've got to anchor the feelings of safety, into the body, and I do that with the Bowen and Emmett techniques. That and and the biofeedback I use. So I've got a set of tools in my toolkit that I help people. And you weave them together to make the person feel better. Absolutely. And you use it on yourself as well. Yes, yes. And so you're a very calm person from what I've experienced. I tell you what, I do have my moments. Like, we're all human, and we will have our moments. But I'll tell you this, that when you learn to recognize when something is coming up, and because you learn to recognize it, you have time to implement that safety mechanism, and so it doesn't have to surprise you. No, you can feel in control about it. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So that it's I've made it such a routine part of my own day, because in helping people with this, it's because I've gone through a process of that myself, of being outside of my body and learning to say to myself, is it safe? Is it safe? I'll only do this if it's safe, right? And I mean, how many of us walk around with that in our heads? I wonder if it's okay. I wonder if it will be all right. And then some of us dive in, and then we get there and we think, oh, it's not okay. I want to jump back out again. And I find that when that used to happen to me in the past, I totally shut down. And so I would have, people would try to talk to me, and I would like smile and, and hope that the time passed quickly. But actually it feels terrible at the time, doesn't it? It does. You feel like you just want to be swallowed up by the ground. And you just want to disappear, but you can't get away because it's rude. And so you have to either explain it to them or quickly stop the conversation and get away. I know that feeling so well. And the other thing is that we just then I used to get home and then think, now why did I do a stupid thing like that? Because it was silly and unnecessary. Exactly. But it's when I'm back in the safety of my own place and, under the duvet, I think, oh gosh, it feels so good in here. And then you start analyzing and telling yourself, this was good and that was bad and that was bad and that was bad. And your list of bads gets bigger. But you just have to think to yourself, well, that was, that's how I handled it, and I can't go back and change it. So, that's how it is. But we've gone over our 5 minutes now, so it was really lovely to talk to you. Yeah, there's a press button. Oh, there's a press button. Okay. Thanks, Rebeccah. You're welcome.